welcome to the Tuesday edition of the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
And I'm Cecilia Morgbe. Let's get started with what is happening across the world of sports. And of course, the big one happens to be what we're anticipating while we were on the show in the morning. It's all about Ronald Koeman. He's no longer the coach of Everton after a series of very, very bad results. So the club had to let him go. And of course, another one is the one of Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars, the relegation, of course, Fatamao, he's no longer the coach. Also, technical crew, the appointments are also being reviewed, so they're likely to just follow the same way.
All right, so two types of managers, one that has been hired, one that is fired, and one that is waiting to be fired. Okay, we move on and talking about football, but we travel abroad now. This man in your picture, we have gotten used to seeing him win this award, and we're not surprised that Cristiano Ronaldo is the best football player in the world according to World Football Governing Body FIFA.
Yeah, definitely, according to everyone, he's the best, and he's still the best. Okay, from there, we'll move straight to tennis, and it's a sweet revenge for Karina Wozniacki. She was able to defeat Elina Svitolina 6-2, 6-2, about 58 minutes. More like a revenge, because this year alone, she has lost to her in two finals. But this is WTA World Tour Finals, and of course, Karina Wozniacki, she is on course to see if she can win the title for the first time. It's too early to say, you would say. Okay. We get started from there, right? Yeah,
that's where we start. You know, the best female tennis players doing their thing. The other group, we saw the first matches, you know, 2 matches yesterday, yeah. and now you begin to have an idea. You know, sometimes, you know, the form that you bring from the season doesn't really count much, because it's always about those who want it more. I mean, you have a player that is ranked higher than another player, but when they you know, get to the courts, it doesn't really matter. I think for me, Simona Halep did what I expected. Okay, let's start with Karolina Wozniacki against Svitolina. Even though Svitolina ranked higher, had a good year.
Seeded number 4.
Had a good year, but Wozniacki had other ideas. She came to the court and did it. Very convincing, especially in the second set. Very, very convincing, if you ask me.
And if you know that she has never beaten her before, prior to this particular one, and when she was asked after the game, she was like, revenge was not really on her mind and all that, why she was playing. But I think this is it for this match of ended just 58 minutes, 2 shots of an hour. You will say Wozniacki, she's making her 5th appearance at this particular tournament, but she has never won it. She has the experience of the tournament. She's been to the venue before. But for Ukraina Svitolina, I think she just didn't see this coming, because when you have a player that you've beaten like all the time, you've never lost to her. I think she was just overconfident. Maybe that's the reason. So, indoor hard court in Singapore right there, you will say Wozniacki, she's got the upper hand, and she really did it in a grand style. 6-2, 6-love, and that was it.
Yeah, on the day, it's always going to be about the person that wants it more.
Yeah.
And again, you know, we always joked about Wozniacki being the most experienced female player on the tour without a grand slam. You know,
from a world number 1. Just imagine.
World number 1 without a grand slam. So I don't know. Maybe she's going to. Maybe she still has a few years in her. But whether or not she's going to be able to
win a grand slam at least.
With a grand slam. And maybe she will use this to console herself. You know, if
she wins this.
Maybe. Okay. You know, season-ending talk. But we'll see. We'll see. Good victory. A good way to start yourself off at the top finals.
Yeah, that's the way it is. But another lady also in action was world number 1, talking about Simona Halep. She had a very good start against Caroline Garcia, and that game ended 6-4. 6-2 in the first set. You know, she struggled a little bit, but in the second set, she just surged ahead, subdued her opponent, and she killed the game, you will say. And of course, it was just an easy one for her right now.
Yeah. Second, on the strength of the result, though, I didn't get to see the full clips, but I mean, on the strength of what we see right in front of us, the first set was a bit close. Second one, she came out, she was better. I'm a big fan of Simona Halep, you know that already, and I hope she comes good with this one. She's on top. She's, you know, having a good time, enjoying her tennis. I think a fitting way for everything to end this year would be for her to probably win the WTA Tour Final. So we'll see what happens. Once you start well, you lay down the marker. Is one in the bag. You win another one. Who knows? You're just in for the semi-finals.
That's the way it's going to be for her. But in that red group, I think you just have two key players you want to look at. You're looking at her, Simona Halep's, also Karina Wozniacki. The others don't really have the experience as these two players have. But then, really want it most. That's how it's going to be. White group, of course, they will return to court today. They will be in action. We'll be looking at the fixtures for today, and it's also going to be a very, very tough one for some of these big stars, because we're talking about Venus Williams, who lost her opening round, opening game, so she will want to, capitalize on what Jelena Ostapenko can bring. These two stars, they lost their opening games, but Gabi Muguruza and, of course, Karolina Pliskova, they won their opening games. So it's going to be a tough one.
It's like flipping it.
Flipping it over.
The losers, the winners.
So if you get to win any of this now, Gabi gets to the semi-finals, Karolina Pliskova gets to the semi-finals. But then it's going to be a tricky one, because if each of them are... Gabi Muguruza, she wins, it's going to be easy. Karolina Pliskova will just be staying, going out. The Venus Williams, she needs to win to show that she's still
huge implications for the winners and for the losers. For the one below that had Muguruza and the other lady, Pliskova. Victory puts you in the semis. A loss, you're beginning to see the danger lights flashing. It's beginning to flash. For the other ones up there, Venus and Jelena Ostapenko, you lose. Probably that's just the end of the road, because it will be two matches.
And all that, you wait for the outcome of the other game.
So we'll see what happens in that one. But of course, you expect the ladies to put up their best, in Singapore right there, and we'll see what happens. We're all here to enjoy what will be going on. Let's switch over now. Go to Vienna. Talk about the guys doing it. Philip Kohlschreiber and Alexander Zverev advanced to the second round in that one, and that's it. The man of the moment, I keep calling him the man of the moment. Everybody says it's the next big thing. I was able to, talking about Zverev there, he was able to beat Troicki in 3 sets, 6-3, 3-6, 6-4. He got the job done. It got tricky at some stage.
Yeah,
he lost the second set, but did what champions do. Came back, won the third set, and then in Vienna he goes into the second round. And then again, experienced campaigner Philip Kohlschreiber as well got his job done.
Yeah, definitely that's the way it is. But I think Zverev, when you look at this player, what he has been able to achieve this year is really massive. That's why I'm like, okay, the most improved player this year, he's my pick. Talking about Kohlschreiber was able to beat John Isner, the American, big 7, all that, tall and everything. But I think Kohlschreiber is a guy that just doesn't grow old.
Experienced campaigner.
6'4".
Experienced campaigner, got the job done. I don't know, Isner, a lot has been resting on the shoulders of Isner for a long time, but he's just not been able to carry the weight. I mean, if you step into the shoes that people like Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras, the other Asian that played for America, Chan, if you're going into just look at the height difference, the reach.
Playing basketball,
but he just wasn't able to, to do it, and we'll see with years to come whether or not it will come good. Started with a lot of promise, but not being able. Years gone by, not being able to, really assert himself.
Because when you say years to come, I'm wondering how many years does he have?
We've seen the guys now, Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer.
Those ones are exceptional. So you just can't compare. The comparison is not there.
It might just be a late bloomer. Who knows? But I'm just saying.
Okay. Maybe one Grand Slam in the kit, but I don't think so. With the way Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer just don't want to let anybody get close to them. Two of them happens to be in a class of their own.